I'm Dr. Stephen Shapiro. I'm a pediatrician in practice in the Montgomery County, suburban Philadelphia area. I am chairman, Department of Pediatrics at Jefferson Abington Hospital. I've been in practice for 42 years and have practiced in 2 locations in Montgomery County. Very good question. Despite the obvious decreases in the incidence of invasive pneumococcal disease in children, certain key serotypes continue to cause serious illness that can lead to death in children under the age of 5, specifically serotypes 3, 22F, and 33F. These 3 serotypes now account for about a quarter of all the pneumococcal disease that we're seeing in this population. Well, this is a wonderful field of excellent products, but Vaxneuvance is the first pneumococcal conjugate approved in almost a decade to protect the pediatric population. And it has been approved for children from 6 weeks of age and older. The approval was actually based on 7 randomized double-blind clinical studies assessing the safety, tolerability, and immunogenicity in infants, children, and adolescents. Clinical data from that pivotal study, which demonstrated immune response after the 4-dose series, showed that the vaccine was non-inferior to the currently available 13-valent pneumococcal conjugate vaccine for the 13 shared serotypes. And then, obviously, in a secondary analysis for Vaxneuvance, the immune response for the shared serotype 3 and the 2 unique serotypes to Vaxneuvance, 22F and 33F, were superior. Anybody who immunizes children knows that there's a subset of findings that you can always be assured are going to occur in just about with the administration of almost every vaccine. But obviously in a new vaccine, the adverse reactions during the 4-dose series at 2, 4, 6, and somewhere between 12 and 15 months were carefully assessed. In the order of their prevalence, infants and children were somewhat more irritable. There was a degree of sleepiness. There was certainly some injection site pain, which if you're a pediatrician, you experience almost daily. Fever greater than 38 Celsius was noted, and often a transient decrease in appetite. Now, at the injection site, there was induration, erythema, and swelling, all of which were not considered to be of a substantially increased presence, but certainly were there. Now, in a similar but somewhat contained study, after a single dose in the age population 2 to 17, just to see if there was any differences in a single exposure, there was injection site pain. There were some aches and pains, myalgias that were recorded, again in descending order, some swelling, some erythema. And then, interestingly, some of the children reported fatigue, a few reported headache, and of course, there was the typical induration that would be expected after any immunization process. This is probably the easiest question you asked me. Vaxneuvance can be incorporated into the current vaccine programs very easily. Vaxneuvance is interchangeable with PCV13, and in a phase 3 clinical trial that was randomized, double-blinded with an active comparator control arm, There was generally comparable immune responses for the participants completing the vaccine study, vaccine series for the shared serotypes, and obviously higher immune responses to serotypes 22F and 33F, unique to Vaxneuvance. I see this vaccine as just an overlay to improve the already very successful approach to dealing with invasive pneumococcal disease in children. It is safe, effective, and as a participant in both the earliest phase 1 trials as well as up through the phase 3 trials, I found the vaccine to be incredibly durable and well received.